Hello everyone, welcome back to another election prediction. This time I'm going to be doing the 2024 House elections for the month of October. And let's just get right into it with the first few races. Let me get the tilt rating set up. Okay, we're going to head off with I think we should start in Michigan. I think that's a good state to begin. So let's get right into Michigan. So I'm going to put this district as toss-up. This one I'm going to put down to toss-up as well. So far with Michigan, I think the 4th district, again, Trump only narrowly won this district, so it's going to be going down to a likely margin or so. The 8th district, I think it'll probably be lean blue still. I think Dan Kildee will definitely have a lot of incumbency advantage going into this. Same with John James. I think incumbency advantage will definitely bring him over the hump here to win in Michigan's 10th. The 7th district, I think Democrats are doing quite a good job in Michigan statewide, so I really think they'll win over this very competitive district by a narrow tilt margin as of right now. Even though Slotkin's not running for re-election, they'll probably find a strong Democrat in her place to run. We'll start off with North Carolina because this state's getting gerrymandered by Republicans. But they're definitely leaving the 1st district alone because I think they'll be scared of the Supreme Court ruling down their map for pretty much gerrymandering and not having enough black majority districts. But I think the 1st district they'll leave alone, thus giving it a lean blue seat. But the 13th will be turned into a likely Republican, the 14th turned to likely Republican, same with the 6th. So they're netting 3 seats out of North Carolina so far. Let's head to California next. Okay, with California, I agree with the rating and Josh Harder's state. I'll probably put it as likely blue, but the 3rd seat I'm going to put down to lean Republican. Let's get a zoom in on these tiny seats over here. Nope. I meant to click San Diego. Los Angeles. Yeah, let's get the wider view. So Katie Porter's old seat. I think the Democrats would probably narrowly hold this by a lean blue margin. Same with Michelle Steele holding on. Again, the trends here definitely benefit Steele in the long run. It's definitely getting a bit more Republican in this area as we go on. And I do think she'll definitely have a bit of an incumbency advantage here, so she'll hold on. But the 41st district will definitely be a bit more competitive. It's blue trending. But I think Ken Calvert narrowly holds on here. He's still a 16-term incumbent, so that's definitely going to help him out there. But for now, I have the 41st as a tilt GOP hold. We go to full size for California. So Mike Garcia, again, the Republicans are actually doing better in the generic ballot than they did before. So that's definitely a positive thing going for him in a very Biden district. Biden won it by 12.4% in 2020. But again, it's quite Republican down ballot. So I think Garcia are going to narrowly hold on here, even with higher Democratic turnout and a new opponent. I think he'll narrowly hold on to the seat. But Duterte, I think he's quite done. I think the Democrats are just going to make sure they actually spend a lot more money on this race and probably narrowly unseat him. Valadejo, I also see this as being a more competitive race. But again, it's in an even more Democratic district than Mike Garcia. I think this will be a pretty easy Democratic flip as well. So they'll net 2 seats out of California, the Democrats. They could net more, but that's the most they're going to be able to get out of there. So we'll go with Wisconsin next. Again, this state's most likely going to be redistricted. Again, the Democrats have the majority in the Supreme Court, so whatever shenanigans the Republicans can do to try to stop them from drawing this map, I think it's just not going to happen. Again, I think it's most likely this map's going to be redistricted, whether the Republicans like it or not. I really don't think there's much they can do to prevent it from occurring. I mean, they're going to try to impeach the new Democratic justice, but I just don't think that's going to work. I think that's going to backfire on them. I think the lower courts would probably rule against them as well. But so far, here's how the map I see them redrawing it. Again, this definitely can be redrawn this way. I've drawn it on this districtor website or so. I've drawn the 1st district to be likely blue. It's quite easy to actually draw this. You can county split Milwaukee this way. So they're probably going to draw Wisconsin's 1st district as likely Democratic. Again, it's probably going to be like a 9% Democratic seat. And even though Steele, he definitely outperformed Trump considerably in the past, I don't think he's going to be able to hold on to this seat. I think they're going to be able to draw him out here. They could probably even make Wisconsin's 1st even more Democratic if they wanted to ensure he's gone. But for now, I think they're going to be D+9 district. The third district will probably be made into a lean Democratic district. I could see them making it quite competitive. So I'm going to probably put it as a D+3 district or so. The 8th district, Mike Gallagher, he definitely outperforms here. Even though he'll make this as a lean GOP district, I think he'll probably win by a likely margin. All right, let's head to New York next. So this map has a possibility of being redistricted, but for now I'm going to assume they use the old map because it's a lot of uncertainty going with the New York courts. But for now, I think New York's first will be a bit more competitive, probably down to a lean Republican. D'Esposito, I think he's probably going to be out of office soon. Again, he's not acting moderate enough in a Biden plus 15 or nearly Biden plus 15 district. George Santos has definitely tainted Republicans here, even though he's not going to probably win the primary for Republicans. I think just the Santos name will bring down Republicans here, but it'll be a bit more competitive than New York's 4th, but not enough. I think Democrats will probably flip the seat. The 18th, Pat Ryan, he has incumbency advantage this time around. He'll probably win here by a likely margin. The 22nd, Brandon Williams, he's acting way too MAGA in Congress to win in a likely Biden district, so I have this as a lean blue flip. The best cases Republicans have is Lawler and Molinaro, and both will be very competitive races, but I think the 17th is just so much of a Biden district that Democrats just narrowly eke it out and beat him, even though polls show him as doing better than expected. But Molinaro, if the map stays the same, I see him holding on here by a tilt Republican margin. Again, it's the least Biden district out of all of them, which is why he has the best odds at winning re-election. Okay, let's go to the next few states. Let's head to Iowa. I think this district, again, Iowa's just going heavy against Democrats. I think this is lean R. Same with Iowa's 1st. I would also put it as lean R. Nebraska's 2nd. I'm assuming Biden wins it by a likely margin. I think that'll probably make Bacon pretty much toast here. I don't think he'll win if Biden wins by that big of a margin, and they're actually going to run a good Democratic candidate against him again. He nearly lost in 2022 by like 6,000 votes. He only won by a very close margin. I think Democrats actually oust him this time. In Montana, I'm putting it as lean Republican, even though Tester would probably help out and actually boost Democratic turnout in this district. And even though Zink's a huge underperformer, I don't think he underperforms that badly to lose in a, let's see, I'm pretty sure it's a likely Trump district. But let me just make sure I check that. Yeah, it's likely Trump. So even though he outperforms or underperforms Trump, he still won't lose the district. Illinois 17th, I put this as a likely blue district. I don't think Democrats are going to lose it. Same with Indiana's 1st. Ohio, it's not getting redistricted, which is lucky for Democrats. They could definitely axe a lot of Democratic districts here. The 1st with Landsman, he'll definitely have an incumbency advantage, probably win by a likely blue margin. 13th with Sykes. Again, it's a narrow Biden district, but I think with the incumbency advantage, he probably ends up winning by a lean margin. And with the 9th district, Marcy Kaptur's lucking out again. She's possibly running against J.R. Majewski, who is a very weak Republican candidate, and I have her winning by a lean blue margin against him. She could even win by a likely margin against him if he were to run an invisible campaign like he did last time. Okay, I think we focus on this Texas seat here. Texas 15 will probably be a bit more competitive than last time, but it'll still be a lean Republican. Maine 2nd, again, Jared Golden frequently outperforms Joe Biden. I think he probably wins here by a likely blue margin. Mary Patola, again, she's just a very popular House rep. I don't think she has any shot at really losing here unless they run a good candidate against her. For now, I have her winning by a likely blue margin. In Nevada's 3rd district, I'm putting this as likely blue. Democrats have done a pretty good job at gerrymandering this state in their favor, and all 3 of these states are likely blue. New Mexico's 2nd district, it's possible New Mexico gets redistricted, but I kind of doubt it. So for now, I think Vasquez probably ends up beating the Republican candidate. I'm pretty sure it's her old Republican incumbent running against him again as a rematch. But I think he probably narrowly beats her, even though... And another thing is, New Mexico is probably very close to being a safe blue state. And in the governor's race, it was within 6 points, and Vasquez still won. So I think Vasquez is quite favored to win here. So Colorado, Let's focus on this state. The 5th district, I actually see this dropping down to likely Republican just due to the Democratic trends in Colorado going strong. I think the 8th district actually still stays in their column as well with Cararevo. And Lauren Boebert, bad news is there were a Libertarian candidate running here. She barely won last time. I think Democrats make a real invested turnout here and actually narrowly flip this district to their column. So I'm putting this as a tilt blue flip as of right now. I think Boebert loses just based off that Libertarian running, stealing votes away from the Republican. So in Washington with Perez, again, she's probably going to face Joe Kent again, and he's a very bad candidate. And even with the Republican Senate candidate actually doing well in Washington's 3rd, Mary Perez still won. So I don't think Trump being in the ballot helps Joe Kent out that much. He's just a very unpopular candidate, and Marie Perez is actually doing quite a good job at aligning herself with the Blue Dog Democrats. So I think she ends up winning here by a lean blue margin. Okay, we're almost done with the West. Let's finish off Arizona. So the 2nd district, I don't think Democrats are going to contest it, which is why I have it safe Republican. The 1st district, however, Swihart, he barely won last time, and Democrats gave up on winning this seat before they triaged the seat. But for now, I have it as a lean blue flip. And Cisco Maney, it's actually in a Democratic trending area. So again, he barely won last time by 1.5%. of Democrats are actually going to try to contest this district. I think it's a narrow tilt blue flip as of right now. So 8 districts remaining. They're in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Virginia. We'll go with the Connecticut one first. I think it's a lean blue district. Again, it's pretty Republican down ballot, which is why she's probably going to underperform Biden by a few points or so. In Virginia, we have some news here. It's definitely a lot of shifts going on. So far, Jennifer Wexton, she's not running for re-election just due to sad health news. I feel bad for her. But I'll probably put this as a likely blue race because it is an open race. The 2nd district, Jen Kiggins, she's lucky that Trump isn't doing as bad as in Virginia as we've seen in latest polls. So I think she actually holds on here in a narrow Biden district. You can see independents ticket splitting for her and voting for Biden. The 7th district, Spanberger, she's not running for election, so I'm putting this as a lean blue district. But I think still Democrats pull off a victory here in Hunkow. He's not running here either, so he's running for Senate. So I have Spanberger narrowly winning out here. All right. Which states are we missing? Pennsylvania, New Jersey. We'll do Oregon. That's the one district I forgot to fill in. Chavez to Rimmer, it's a Biden plus 8 district or so. It's a likely Biden district, so I have her narrowly going down here as well. I just don't think she'll be able to have enough ticket splitting to win out here. I'm also going to put Oregon's 4th as safe blue. Oregon 6, I'm going to keep in the likely blue column. Okay. New Jersey. Tom Keene, he's lucky that his family's quite known in New Jersey politics, and he's lucky it's a narrow Biden district. But it'll definitely be a bit competitive, but I see him winning here by a narrow tilt GOP margin, and I think Josh Geiheimer will probably be a safe blue seat as well. So again, Democrats have done a pretty good job at gerrymandering the state of New Jersey in their favor. So for now, the lines stay the same. All right, to finish off, Pennsylvania. So with the 17th district and Chris DeLuzzo, he's a pretty popular Democrat. I think he wins by a likely blue margin. The 10th district, you could see going down to lean Republican. It's only a Trump plus 4 district, I'm pretty sure. Yep, it is. So we're down to the most competitive House districts in 2024. I definitely think these will both come down to the wire. And so far, I have Cartwright winning. Again, people frequently doubt Cartwright's ability to win close races. He pulled off a close win last time in 2022. I think he'll get enough Trump voters to ticket split for him yet again in 2024. So even though it's a Trump plus 3 district, you have him narrowly keeping this district in Democratic hands. And Susan Wild, I also think she'll pull off a narrow tilt victory as well. But if the 2 races were to flip, these would be the most likely ones, probably the most competitive races in 2024. So we have 223 to 212, but I forgot Alabama and Louisiana's redistricting. So Alabama, again, they ruled that it has to be a majority black district and Alabama second, so it's definitely going to get redrawn that way. And Louisiana, I expect them to also get that ruling. For the Supreme Court's definitely going to force them to draw a black district there as well. So they could actually draw a majority black district that's only lean blue, so they're probably going to do that. But 225 Democrats to 210 Republicans so far. That's my current prediction of the House map. There's a lot of close races on both sides, 11 tilt races in total. So the House, it's up for grabs still. Republicans could certainly win it, but Democrats are the odds-on favorites of winning the House race in 2024. But I'll see you guys in the next video. But make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. And please let me know what you think of this video in the comments below. All right. Thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.